Joni spent decades working for the airlines. She attributed her pain to constantly moving, bending, and standing as part of her day-to-day responsibilities.
I was a flight attendant for 34 years, and it was a lot of work, a lot of heavy work, and just life. And I had a degenerative disc. And when I went to the doctors, he said the only way to get rid of it was to have surgery.
Joni's pain originated in her lower back and radiated all the way down to the top of her foot.
I had pain in the lower back and in the lower, I'd like to say buttocks, but I found out that's really the hip area and the back of the rear end, basically, and then down the legs. And to not the bottoms of my feet, but on my right foot, I had it on the top of my foot. And it was like these nerves were just going crazy. And honestly, I just didn't know what to do with them. My balance would be off very badly because of it. And it was just hard. Like I would kind of like freeze when I would stand up. It's like the body would freeze. And it took walking to unfreeze it. And then, of course, then you still had the pain when you were walking. But at least the body wasn't frozen.
Unsure of what to do, she went to her family physician, and they recommended she have surgery. Having heard horror stories, Joni tried numerous conservative treatments to avoid traditional open back surgery.
Everybody I'd ever talked to said, do not do back surgery, no matter what. Just live through the pain. So I said, okay, thank you very much, and goodbye. So then I did other things trying to help the situation, from going to a chiropractor, acupuncture, physical therapy. My last one was spinal decompression, which I did twice the number of treatments you were supposed to do because the doctor kept thinking it might help, but it never did. It would help for maybe the first hour or so, and then it was back to normal.
She learned about the Bonati Spine Institute while watching TV. Realizing the conservative approach wasn't going to eliminate her pain, she decided to call.
I said, okay, I was watching it every week, and then I was trying to talk other people into going to it because I wanted to see what it was really about.
Sure.
And finally I said, no, I'm just going to have to try this. And my husband kept saying, no, we'll figure out something else. I said, it's not working. I have to do this. I just feel like I'm directed to do it. Believe me, I am not big on surgeries. I get very nervous around doctors, hospitals, anything.
On her consultation day, she met with a surgeon to go over the details of her case, and after hearing she was a good candidate, she scheduled herself for the exclusive Bonati Spine Procedures.
Truthfully, I know nothing about the body. So he was telling me all this stuff, and I was just like looking at him thinking, can you do it? Can you take care of me? And when he said yes, then that's all it took. I was happy then. So yeah, it was wonderful to meet him.
The targeted Bonati Spine procedures are performed incrementally using conscious IV sedation. This keeps the patient comfortable while awake and communicating with their surgeon to ensure the source of their pain is eliminated before they leave the operating table, although not everyone always remembers the experience.
You're not put to sleep, and I didn't understand put to sleep or twilight. I didn't understand any of that. I just thought you were going to have pain when you had it, and I honestly had absolutely no pain at all. He would ask me questions like, do you feel this pain in your back or your leg? But other than that, I never heard anything. I didn't hear them talking or doing anything. I mean, I was like, in fact, I even asked the anesthesiologist, how did I get from the operating room to the recovery room? I honestly didn't remember any of it. And he said, well, we put you on this other bed and took you there. And I said, was I awake? I said, so there was no pain. And that's what I think people need to hear, because I didn't know that from your TV show. I kept thinking, you hear these people looking at the TVs and talking, and you think, well, there has to be pain, but there was absolutely not one bit of pain.
Patients are often surprised by how fast they are able to be up and walking around after their exclusive Bonati Spine procedures. Following a brief walk in the recovery room, patients are free to return to a hotel or their home if they live nearby to begin their walking regimen of about 40 minutes a day.
I was ready to get up and get going, immediately. So the lady says, well, here's your clothes. And I said, well, give them to me. She said, let me shut the curtain. I said, I don't care about the curtain. I want to get up and get going. So I got up and we walked down the hall and walked out to the car, and I didn't have any pain at all.
Joni is now back to her normal routine and walking every day, all pain-free.
Really, the next day I just started, jumping back into life again. My husband's like, you seem like a new person, because before I was in such pain, I didn't really want to do anything. It was even to get up and cook dinner. It was like, oh God, this is, you just don't want to do it. You want to just sit down. No, I got back right away. And like we're out walking every day at 5 o'clock in the morning.
That's
I'm
fantastic.
walking like 2.5, 3 miles every morning before sun comes up. So yeah, no, I'm back to normal, that part.
To see more stories of recovery just like this, search the Bonati Spine Institute on Roku, Google Play Store, the Apple App Store, and Amazon Fire TV.